All right, folks, we are live. This is going to be an awesome live stream. I'm super excited about this one. We have both coasts from the United States represented here. I'm over here on the West Coast, and we have the Angry Prepper over there on the East Coast. And we're going to be doing a live stream and having a lot of fun. So, Jason, thank you so much for coming on the live stream.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me, man. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. So, everyone, you guys all know Angry Prepper. If you don't, you got to make sure that you're subscribed to his channel. Let me bring this up really quick. So Angry Prepper. I was followed originally on you had a couple different channels. You had the urban channel and then the other channel, and then something happened with the urban one. And so then, he's been cranking out urban preparedness style videos, a lot of stuff like right there in the action in an urban environment, live streams in downtown New York on stuff that's going on, like the real stuff behind the scenes and it's all awesome stuff. Make sure you follow Angry Prepper on the Instagram channel, on Facebook, you name it. So all the links are in the description box below. If you're not already subscribed to Angry Prepper, make sure that you subscribe right now. But without further ado, there's been a lot going on over in the United States for the past couple days, or past few weeks. And so this is our post-election talk. And so what better person to bring than the Angry Prepper. So.
Hey, what's going on? Listen, first, again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This has been one, I guess, hell of a year. I mean, I don't know where else to go. A lot of you guys who follow me, thank you for following me. And again, thank you for having me on here, man.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. We before we got on here live on the air, we had a big talk for about 45 minutes. We had our own little VIP live stream where we're just talking about different things. So it's trying to figure out how to naturally get it going. But on my channel, I generally don't talk about politics because I don't like trying to polarize my audience. But right now, with everything going on, it's kind of driving a lot of stuff, and even in the preparedness world. So the stuff that we're preparing for has a lot to do with with the election and what route the country will go at. And I think that's going to alter a lot of our preparedness measures too. Right now, the United States, we're kind of in limbo right now. Everyone's kind of waiting. No one knows what's going on. What's stuff like going on over there in the New York area? I know, as far as the temperament of people, what's the overall vibe going on?
Oh, well, last night, I guess for an example, there was a protest. It was a count every vote protest. Not sure what that was about, considering their pick is winning. So, last night got a little crazy, but nothing like we saw a few months ago with rioting and looting.
Yeah, so over here in my neck of the woods, it's still pretty quiet and tame. I was expecting to see the people, we have the Trump versus Biden type thing. And I was expecting to see more people kind of, I don't know, gloating in some way or another. Oh, you guys lost or whatever, or no one knows at this point. Everyone seems to be pretty reserved and on edge a little bit. It's kind of a tense thing, and no one's really talking about it either. Maybe privately they are, but when I go out to a local Starbucks or something, no one's chatting. I think everyone's kind of on pins and needles still, which is unfortunate that it's at this point right now.
For example, last night and tonight at work, this is all we talked about was the election and the voting fraud, and it was just like all day. And I'm like, man, I can't wait to go home. Listen, I love talking about it, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. Whoever wins, America's not going to implode. That's just the bottom line. I think the media, I think a lot of the influencers they're doing their version of fear mongering, political style, if you will. And they're pointing out that if Trump wins, America's done. If Biden wins, America's done. And I'm like, Jesus, man. It was bad like this with Obama, when people are like, well, if Obama wins, America's toast. It's going to turn into a socialist country. No, it didn't. We're
Yeah.
still here.
Yeah, and you've been featuring that on a lot of the latest videos that you've had come out, as far as let me get those up really quick. The relax, America's not doomed. There's different the hangouts and stuff, but that's been a common theme that I know you've been talking about on your channel lately. And yeah, for me, it's no matter who wins, there's still prepping to do. I still it changes some of the focus on what kind of preparedness measures I'm doing depending on which side wins. But either way, as preppers, I still think that there's stuff to do. It's just unfortunate that it shouldn't take this long to do this. I think both sides want a clean win or a clean loss, just like an MMA fighter. I wish that these kind of election things were more along those lines. Yeah, you'll duke it out. One person's trying to knock out the other one, and at the end of it, they'll give each other hugs. Hey, good fight, blah blah blah, and go about it, and just have it feel like a clean win or a clean loss. But right now, no matter what happens, it doesn't feel like it's going to be clean either way.
No, and the problem is I guess it's the election fraud part.
Yeah,
and the fact that people keep saying, well, this many ballots popped up, this many ballots popped up. The problem with that is there needs to be evidence and proof. When you look at, and when I mean evidence proof, I'm talking about like a hard, fact, like video or something. Now, do I believe that there's voter fraud? Absolutely, but there needs to be some kind of like someone caught in the act kind of deal, because you can explain anything away, as long as you don't have the proof catching you doing something bad. Well, why were you standing there? Well, I was waiting for my my girlfriend to come by, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, they didn't see the fact that you just came out of the bank with a gun and shoved it in your pants.
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. I mean, yes, the voter fraud is there, but we need proof. And Georgia had already told him no about the recount when he wanted to sue, because there needed to be proof that there was fraud. But now, because it's so tight, they're going to give him the recount. So this thing is a mess. It's just whatever. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of pathetic. I mean, the world's all watching us. They always, this is for the leader of the free world, and then it seems like we can't get our act together and get these things.
I get a kick out of like a lot of YouTubers who don't live here in the United States. They're like, "Yo, it's on in your country." I'm like, "Thank you for telling me." I live here, but it's just insane. Everyone, no matter where you are in the world, you're turning the TV on every morning or at night to see what's going on in America. We are now we're the show. We're the big show.
Yeah. For me, it's for all the political stuff. There's like three things that I wish we did a better job at. It doesn't matter what political side you're at. I wish everything was just completely transparent. That 100% transparent on everything going on. That should just be a given. Two, I think the transparency should be data based. Everything should be data based. Everyone knows what the rules are. Here's the metrics. Here's why this one's going flipping red, or here's why this one's going blue. Here's the threshold that we do for that. Everyone's on the same page on that. And then three, there should be, if you do something wrong, there should be consequences that everyone's on the same page on for. But I think the transparency thing is the thing that would really help out a lot of political stuff, and like the way that we kind of treat each other too after when it's all said and done.
Well, that's what you're hoping. You're hoping that if Trump loses, he loses and he leaves gracefully. He doesn't pull, I'm not leaving until we make sure that it's all counted for kind of deal. And, he doesn't pull some kind of, I don't know, executive order out of his ass and then tells us, well, because of this, I'm staying I just hope that kind of stuff doesn't happen, That's what I'm nervous about, actually.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I look at a lot of this I mean, historically, I've never really been into politics because I feel like they're all fake and lying to us, and we're just a bunch of pawns, basically. But I try to relate everything into like in sports terms, oftentimes. So for me, like in the Seattle area, as a Seahawks fan, I could get over us losing to the Patriots and getting picked off at the goal line. Yeah, they beat us. We lost. They got the win. We got the L. I still can't get over the Steelers loss in 2005 when there's the whole thing of the referee element on it, and we felt screwed.
Right.
The Seattle people are still bitter about that, and I think the same thing with political stuff. People could take getting knocked out. Mike Tyson got knocked out, and you could take that. But they can't take when they feel like something's not passing the smell test.
Right, and I think that's the issue. It's the voter fraud statements being said. It's amping the other side now. They're like, look at this chart. It shot up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. It 90-degree angle straight up, and now he's beating Trump. I'm like, but you could account for a lot of that if you were explaining it. But obviously, when you're looking at it, you're like, that doesn't seem right. That seems wrong. So now the right, if you will, they're starting to get nervous, pissed off, whatever it is, and they're not going to like the outcome. And then the bottom line is, unfortunately, if they cheat, if the Democrats cheat, I'm talking about, if they cheat and they get away with it, what else are we going to do? Right? We're not going to start war. We're not going to go to the streets and start hammering Democrats out. Right? You just take the loss. I personally, I don't know what else you can do behind that.
Yeah, I mean, going back to football, like in the Seahawks thing, yeah, we thought that the refs did stuff, but they still, at the end of the day, they still got the one. They didn't change that Super Bowl. I saw here, City Prepping's in here. It's talking about voting 2024 needs to be on blockchain. I totally agree with that. It feels like we should be leveraging a lot of these type of things to help, again, make it transparent, make it so none of this is we don't have to talk about all this stuff. It's kind of sad, I think. I'm going through, trying to keep an eye on the chat room for everything over here. I know that on my channel, I have people from all different points of view, political wise. So keeping it down middle. Looks like super awesome that we got Canadian preppers in the chat room. Welcome to Canadian prepper. We got City Prep in there. Illuminati super chat. George Carlin. The world is a freak show, but in America, you get it for a seat. That's very true. So, yeah, I wish that we could set a better standard in America for other people. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Canadian Prepper. And we were talking earlier as far as on the super chat stuff. So yeah, we have the super chat going in here. Sometimes people contribute if you want to. That's cool. For all the money that's raised on this particular one, we're gonna. I was talking with the Angry Prepper. We're going to have it all go to Mama Bear Preparedness, a fellow content creator here in the preparedness community. Her grandson's currently struggling with cancer, and there's a GoFundMe account. So anyone, if you want to give a super chat in this live stream, all that money is going to be going. We're not taking either of it. We both have day jobs, like we've talked about before, but it's going to be going to Mama Bear Preparedness's GoFundMe account for her grandchild who's currently battling cancer. He's 9.5 months old. It's really, really sad. But back on a more positive, so I'll just have that go there for a little bit. But back on the whole metric spike that was going on, where that straight line, and I see that there's some memes already starting for that one. That's in computers, like I work in software, like that's a problem. That doesn't happen normally. Right. Usually if you have a couple different trends, they're both going to kind of move semi-similar, or they're going to be inverted with each other. And that kind of stuff. I just don't like seeing that. It makes it so it doesn't feel like a clean win.
Right.
Yeah. So the chat room is super busy over here with a lot of chat. So I'm going to try to see if I can get to. There's some people on. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So you recently did a video where you were live. You one of your recent live streams where you were down there, and I think I forget if it was yesterday or the day before, and people were kind of gathering over there, but like the whole riot thing wasn't really happening. But you felt that maybe as the next couple of days go on, that you're going to see more of that. Are you anticipating some stuff happening in New York?
Yes. The problem is these idiots here are so infrequent now. It's insane. So, for example, I was out there 2 nights ago, right? Was it? Yeah, probably 2 nights ago, and it was nothing. You saw it.
Yeah.
And then last night I go into work, and then I turn on the news, and I'm like, they were going at it, and I was like, of course, right? So they were protesting every vote counts, and I don't know, again, like I said earlier, why they were protesting, considering their leader, I'm sorry, no, their pick is winning, So it was a tad odd, and it was even odder that they took the signs that said they took the signs that said every vote counts, and then they I guess they took it off their poles and crumpled it and then started burning it. I'm like, wait, what the hell was that for, right? So, again, idiots of the world, right? They look like they're just looking for a reason to riot. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. This what's that one? What's the Dark Knight, or the Dark Knight, where the Joker and the Christian Bale one, where Alfred's talking about the Joker, and that some people just want to see the world burn. It kind of
Yes.
feels like there's a lot of people that are just have that mentality where they want to do this kind of stuff, and they don't need to really necessarily have a reason for it, which is pretty sad.
Absolutely. And that's the problem. So, like last night, the video, well, I'm pretty sure you saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
The lady who spit in the cop's face.
I hate that stuff.
Did you see it though?
Yeah, I did.
Right. So then you see, like, I'm focused on her and I'm looking at her face. I'm looking at her body language. She's calling the cop a fascist. She's yelling at this cop like this cop stole her child or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she's so angry. And I'm like, and now I'm more curious. I'm always curious about stupid little things like that, but I'm more curious about where's this anger coming from? Why is she so angry? Why is she spitting in the cop's face? She's calling him a fascist. Like this cop is running around beating people because he feels like it, you know. And then she spits in his face, and I'm telling you, he was pretty nice because he grabbed her and threw her on the ground. I mean, it would have been a whole entirely different ball game if she spit in my face. But that's why I'm not a cop. I'm a fireman.
Yeah, I these police officers, I know that a lot of people, they get with the political climate now, there's a group of society that are mad at them, but I live next to police officers. I'm married into a family of police officers. They're paying bills, they have kids, and it's just like it seems like there's a group of people that really like just put this kind of they don't look at them as humans anymore. They're looking at them in some different lens that makes them say that kind of stuff. It's really, really sad that society's gotten to that point. I don't know how we got there, but I want it to go back to what it should be. But
it's insane. It's what it is. I still don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I get being upset over a few things,
yeah,
but this is America. This is a free country where you can come here and be and do whatever you want. And yet, for some reason, these stupid young socialist, liberal idiots are spitting in the face of freedom and the things they can do and complain about. Because in other countries right now, there's a kid who can't even get a glass of clean drinking water. He can't eat, so he's going to bed hungry. Some kid just watched his family get killed because his last name is a different tribe's name. And yet, we are arguing and bickering over this minute crap.
yeah. So yeah, it feels a lot of this. I don't know if this is first world type problems, or I don't know how it is in the world outside of the United States. It feels like it's a U.S. thing where we have a lot of good. We have so much. I hate the word on the whole privilege thing, but being in the United States, we are privileged to be here because we have so much things that are good here compared to other places in the world that suck. And I just wonder if this is first world type problems where we're now disrespecting the people that risk their lives every day. I don't know. I think a lot of like the girl that did that was on the news. Would she ride in a cop car for a shift and see how it's like? I don't know. I just don't like that kind of stuff.
Right. You know, and that's the thing. I tell people all the time. I'm like, you want to, talk crap. I said, ride around with the cops and see what they see. Listen, I used to be that kid when I was younger, and I was like, man, screw the cops. Whatever they get, this, that, and the third. Then I became an EMT.
Yeah.
And then I started working with them closely. And I'm like, holy, I'm like, this is what they have to deal with on a daily basis. This is insane. So with that, I grew a different kind of respect for them, or a better respect for them, if you will, because I was just watching the crap they were going through firsthand, right? So obviously, people who talk like this young lady don't have an idea what's really going on.
Yeah, it feels like they're in a lot of people's eyes. Some people, they're Republican or conservative liberal, or people that like cops or don't go like. It's like they're not looking at them as humans anymore, and it's really sad that I don't know what got there to do that, but it's just not a good way for us to live. I wish that it'd be more like MMA fights where, hey, yeah, you're trying to knock out the other person, you're trying to beat him in a race, or you want to have some law passed, or you want some kind of reform or whatever. But then at the end of it, yeah, oh, a good fight, that type thing. I just wish it was more like that.
Right.
I think the world would be a better place if it was more along those lines. But thanks everyone for being on the live stream again. We're talking with the Angry Prepper. We're talking post-election thoughts right now. If you're not in the United States, you may know that there's an election going on right now over here. No one knows who's winning or who's losing. It seems like we can't really count votes that well. And are calling states and all of that kind of stuff. It's definitely a little embarrassing. So we apologize. The Angry Prepper and I apologize to people outside the United States that are watching this. So, as an EMT, do you get any of that same kind of backlash that the police get, or is it just mainly towards the police due to people's what they want as far as police reform and some of the brutality type stuff? Do you get any of that on your end?
So when I was an EMT, right before I became a fireman, we had some of that kind of a backlash. It was sort of weird actually, being that we're there to help people, but firemen who, not bragging or taking anything away from PD, everyone likes us, right, for the most part, and now they're starting to come at us like they do the cops. Well, how come the job is all white? If they're yelling at me, they're like, how's it working for a white master? Stupid, weird things like that. And I'm paraphrasing because some of it's like, they call me an Uncle Tom or whatever it is, or they they tell us, well, you guys are just like the cops. I'm like, wait, how? I was like, when was the last time a fireman killed anyone? I said so. And again, not trying to throw the cops under the bus, but it's just strange how, because they can't get enough anger out on the cops, they got to focus on firemen. And I'm hearing some issues with EMTs, but not many. But I'm hearing some issues with them.
I mean, if it ever gets to that point where you're mad at those people that are trying to save your life, we've gone really downhill at that point. And by the way, I hate the Uncle Tom thing. I hate when that's used. It's so wrong.
I get a kick out of it. So, people call me Uncle Tom or Coon, and I'm like, okay, yeah, man, thank you. You know what? You hit it on the head. You're the smartest guy in the room, and that's pretty much it. I mean, on the YouTube channel, I've gotten it. I've probably gotten it more on my YouTube channel this year than anything. But when I'm out in the street, I've probably been called an Uncle Tom once or twice, and someone dropped the N-bomb once. Again, this is as a fireman in my, fireman uniform. So, it's there, but it's on both sides. It's not one side or the other, right? It's not just white folks. It's not just black folks. It's everyone who wants to be a jerk off.
Yeah. I think for me, sorry, there's a weird kind of echo going on, but for me, I don't really care if someone's a conservative or a liberal, or if they're a libertarian or a socialist or communist. If you're cool, I'm gonna be cool with you. If you're an a-hole, I'm not gonna really like you too much. That's my criteria for people. I just don't get why, if someone's wearing a uniform, they're doing their job, and that you have to go at them like that way. It doesn't seem right, and definitely don't spit in someone's face. That's when I was growing up. That's grounds to, if in junior high, or in high school, or if I spit in someone, I'm perfectly fine that they're going to punch me back for that. So.
Yeah, no, you spit on me, I'm choking you out. That's that's exactly where it's going.
Yeah, everyone was under that kind of understanding, and that goes back to earlier on as far as transparency, kind of the database stuff, and I look at everything kind of like a computer program. So like there's like in computers, there's if statements, like if this, then this, and if you spit in your face, then you get punched. So like I try to look at everything along those lines, and I guess other people might not.
Yeah.
So again, there's some consequences, but I know that now that with all the legal stuff, you have to be real careful for all that, how you handle that.
The crazy thing is the people who hate the cops, as soon as you smack them around, like a dude that owes you money, they're quick to jump on the phone and call the cops. The same people that are cursing at the cops and calling them fascists, they turn around and they're like, "Well, he hit me," and then sometimes you find out, the cop will find out, "Oh, wait, we know who you are. You're such and such," and they'll walk away, try to leave it alone. But 90% of the times, these are the same people who hate the cops that will call the cops if they need help. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest thing in the world I've ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of for me, a lot of this stuff feels like old school WWF, like where you have heels and faces. People they're doing their things, they're setting stuff in motion, and they're getting everyone all riled up. And I think I just feel like oftentimes with all this political stuff that we're just a bunch of pawns, and they're getting a big kick out of it, and they're
They
uh,
must be. They
yeah,
must be sitting around watching, looking at look at these idiots. They're protesting, eating
yeah,
their caviar
like
and
the Hulk
counting their
Hogan and the
dollars.
Iron Sheik. They're having their big fight. They hate each other, and then they go back in the locker room having a beer. And, oh yeah, they got all these
Yeah,
people worked up. Yeah, we did good. We got some money today. It's probably just more along those lines. It's just kind of a shame that it's like that, though.
really a shame.
I was hoping to talk with you a little bit about I see the end result of the Angry Prepper on YouTube and on the social media and all the stuff that you have going on. I know about the EMT work. I know that you're probably one of the more buffer preppers out there in the community. I was kind of curious on how your background a little bit. I don't know about early, like how you got to this point in 2020. We can come back to the political stuff because I know everyone's talking about that. But can you talk a little bit about like where you came from as far as getting into prepping?
So I was looking to read a book, right? Because I was, damn it, I forgot how old I was at the time. Probably 32. Wait, no, 35. And I needed to start reading a book because I was bored. So I pick up a book called One Second After. I read this book, and by the end of the book, I was like, "Holy shit, we got to get ready. We got to prepare." And then I went into like this frenzy for like 3 months. And then I started relaxing. I came back to reality and realized, all right, the EMP is not going to happen tomorrow, but we should definitely stay prepared and get ready. And that's pretty much that's what it was. So I started following a guy on YouTube. He was called, I want to say it was City Prepper, not City Prepping.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a YouTube channel where it just showed him driving home. I think he was like a cop here in the city, and he would drive home, and he lived out in the island somewhere. That's all I knew. But you never saw this guy's face. And then when he was home, he showed his preps. Again, you never see his face. And his last video before he went off, he would say, he would go, listen, if you guys got something to offer, if you got prepping to offer, he goes, start a YouTube channel. We need more preppers on YouTube because of X, Y, and Z. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take his word for it. I said, I think I know some stuff, I mean, I'm not the best, I'm not an expert, but I can share some stuff being here in the city. And then I started the channel, and I didn't take it serious for 5 years. And then I guess 2 years ago, maybe, or 3 years ago, I started taking it serious.
Yeah.
And, as far as like putting out content, learning that I could make money just, doing a video, right? And I was like, well, hell, why not? Why not have the $1 billion company, you know, pay me for their stupid commercials, right? So that's what it was. And then I just started pushing more content because then people were asking me questions. I'm like, well, holy shit, people are listening. And then it just snowballed. And then my channel got deleted because of me, because of my stupidity. And it was a 50-50. It was me being stupid and me listening to a Google representative. And with that, the channel got deleted.
Yeah, I remember that video, and the it sounded like it was you were doing a transfer or something like that, and that's what that got rid of the urban channel that you had then,
Right.
which, and I'm like, oh man, when I saw that, I'm like, I'm not doing any transfers on my
I'm not
channel.
touching my account. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was, you know what though? It wound up being one of the better things that happened. So um I mean I guess I can say it being deleted was a good thing because then people were looking for me now even more. And from the time that I transferred everything over to the Angry Prepper Outdoor channel, making it the Angry Prepper channel,
yeah.
the what you call it grew. I mean, it grew exponentially. So it was good. It was good that happened in hindsight. Plus, my videos were super old then. I looked at some of the videos that I still have, and I'm like, I can't upload them. I'm like, some of them, I'm 20 pounds lighter. You know, um, a lot of my gear is like outdated. So I said, we're gonna start all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in general, I like having like a single channel, and yeah, some video I'll put all the videos there. Some most people probably like the kit videos that I do, but I also do other ones, and some videos do okay and others do. But I think it's just having a single source. For me, I kind of like it. But um, and you were mentioning back in the day, like that this you said the city prepper, I think, didn't really show his face. And I remember when I first started my channel, I didn't want to show my face either because I was a little almost embarrassed about being a prepper and putting myself out there in that way.
Right.
Did you because back then the most of the preppers were kind of rural, where they're in the woods worrying about surviving in the Amazon jungle and stuff like that, and I'm just worried about getting a flat tire and all those kind of things in the city. Did you go through any of that kind of stuff early on too, as far as not showing your face or to keeping it on the down low a little bit more?
Yeah. So my reasons for not showing my face were a little different. I didn't think I was photogenic enough, right? Or good looking, and didn't want people. And that was the main reason why in the beginning I didn't show my face. And then you go on certain YouTube channels and you see some ugly dudes out there, and you're like, "Psh, psh, I'm not that ugly." So I was like, all right. So then I started showing my face. And plus, you read, you watch a couple of videos of people telling you about YouTube and how to start one, and they tell you showing your face and being more personal with the camera goes a long way. Right? And I was like, and they're right, because when I watch other YouTubers who show their face, you're more engaged because you're looking at them.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, and you're your brand too. Like I have my face now as my logo, where I have it on my icon and
well,
stuff
yeah, I
like that,
mean
as far as the
that,
hat and
that
everything.
works.
Yeah.
The hat in this face doesn't really work.
The-
But again, that was just a stupid young what you call it. Um, I'm not trying to deviate, but you got a jerk off in here.
yeah, I was seeing that there's some stuff going on. That's why I was going to a different screen.
Oh,
So I guess I gotta fix that really quick. I saw that one
no,
of the.
your moderators are handling it, which is good. But
Okay, cool.
I'm like, this guy's going to war with being a jerk.
Yeah, again, that's
But
those people are out there. Billy Bird is saying Angry is shaved and looking sharp for this interview. So
yeah, I did
that's
shave
funny.
for this interview, so I caught flack about it at work actually.
Yeah, so special shout out to Bernie, the Apex preppers in the chat room, helping keep stuff clean as best as possible. With when you have, whenever, I guess I titled it post election stuff, so it kind of goes with the territory where,
Yeah, big time.
yeah,
Listen,
that's
trolls are a part of YouTube, so it is what it is, right?
yeah.
Um,
Let's see, we got Dina Martinez says you're hot angry prep, so there.
well, thank you for that. I hope I
uh,
got.
yeah, so yeah, I think with the trolls, like for early on in my videos, I didn't ever get like a thumbs down, and I was doing really good. And at some point, you start getting some of the trolls that come, and that's just part of the. And some of them are my more loyal subscribers because I could post a video at 2 a.m. and they're going to immediately thumbs it down, so they and leave a
Yeah,
bad comments.
I don't get that. I don't get that that behavior. Like as soon as you upload it, they're sitting there waiting, like I'm gonna fucking thumbs down the hell out of this video, and then like you're like, like I just posted it, and the first thumbs down was like 30 seconds of it being on. But that's what everyone's channel is. Just it's insane. It's insane that people are that I guess bored. You got to be bored. I don't know how else to look at it.
Yeah. I see people are there's again stuff going on in the comment section. I think I got it taken care of. If anyone's acting up, let me know, and then we'll take that. If everyone can we just all be good in these chat rooms? This is where we're doing this. It's supposed to be a fun time, so we should be talking about stuff. And we should be able to talk about political stuff without trolls getting in there. But I don't know.
You know, like I said, trolls they're part of life, man. They're like they're like I don't know, they're just a pain in the ass, right? Everyone has a pain in the ass, and every YouTube channel has a pain in the ass. This lady or guy seems to be yours.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, she came on as somebody else. Oh, she's trying to be
yeah.
cute. She logged in as somebody else.
Yeah, it's hard when you're doing the stream, like we're trying to have a conversation, a dialogue. We have some certain talking points, and then having to worry about stuff in the chat room is always frustrating. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could. We were talking earlier. As far as we could do a little commercial break, I guess, for the nutrient survival. That was. I know that you been selling some of their, or you have helped promote some of their food over there, and we have kind of a giveaway contest. Nutrient Survival said, "Hey, Angry Prepper and Urban Preppers talking for a stream. We have some number 10 cans that we want to give away to people." So we have Nutrient Survival. It's kind of like Mountain House, kind of like some the other food where they. But this company's different. Same kind of thing where you have a lot of. It lasts for a long time, basically 25-year shelf life, and there's a lot of different products. I'm going to be doing a video of it. I know that Angry Prepper is as well. They were kind enough to say, "Hey, give away a couple number 10 cans to the Angry Prepper fans or to the Urban Prepper fans." So I'm not sure how we're going to decide that on who should get some of it, but we should we could figure it out in the chat room. So any ideas on how we could give some of that away?
I would say ask a very hard prepper question and see who answers it right. Though there's this, I don't know, a mathematic question. You know what? Stephen Hawking's mathematic question. And see
something about black holes and baby universes.
Black holes, the theory of gravity, and that'll work. Yeah. But the same problem, that math problem they had in Good Will Hunting. Put that up and see if they can figure that out.
Yeah. Let's see. How about
like me?
Yeah, so let's see. What would be a good question? I don't know. Well, first off, like the cool thing about the nutrient survival, I didn't really give them a good plug, but a lot of the food that you get from like the long-term food ones, it's survival style food. This company, I think, started as more of a health food company, and then they're like, oh, our stuff would actually work really well for this market as far as survival stuff, because we have the big long shelf life, we have the pre-planned meals, and everything's good. But we have all these like extra nutrients and vitamins. They're like all about nutritious food that has a lot of vitamins in there. So when you look in the back, I don't know if you can see it there. Oftentimes when you look at the survival food, it's just all about calories, really, and there's a lot of sodium in it. For nutrient survival, it's like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamins, all those kind of things, the fiber, the iron, the calcium, that's all listed there, and they really try to emphasize that. So it's a cool product. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a video of it. So as we're talking here, I'll try to figure out a good way that we can give that away. So let's see, trivia. Okay, I'll do one for someone could answer mine, and then they could do one for yours. So as a lot of you know that watch my channel, I'm a big fan of Linda Carter, aka Wonder Woman from the 70s. She was kind of my childhood crush and still is. So how about I'll do a Linda Carter trivia question. Linda Carter had kind of an erotic scene in a movie. I think it's the only movie that she kind of showed some stuff early on before she was Wonder Woman. If you can name that movie, I'll be sending you, or actually Nutrient Survival is going to send it direct to you, a number 10 can of one of their emergency foods. So anyone that can list that in the chat room, first one to do it, contact me offline and we'll get that. So again, what movie did Linda Carter, aka Wonder Woman, appear and kind of had an erotic scene in there? Let me know in the chat room and you'll get one of those. So
that's a good one. I have one, and I think it's going to be a pretty hard question.
Okay, what's your question?
So my question is, where can you find fresh drinking water, or rather spring drinking water, in which park?
So say that one again. So it's just we're all
right. So where can you find fresh drinking water? Wait, no. Sorry, let me pull that back. Which pond in New York City can you get fresh spring drinking water? There you go.
Awesome. So, okay. So if anyone can answer that in the chat room, we'll keep an eye out. I think someone already answered mine. I think Trevor got it for the correct answer was Bobby Joe and the Outlaw. That is correct. Wow. That is the Linda Carter movie. Really? Yeah. So I recommend it. And so if you could find fresh water in New York City in a pond, that's going to be the Angry Prepper one. So first one to get it in there will win a number 10 can of Thrive. So Trevor, I think you're the one that got it first. If you could contact me offline on one of the private things, we'll get that over to you. So yeah, a lot of people are commenting there. Someone says Central Park. Is that correct there?
No.
Yeah.
It's a spring, guys. It's a fresh spring in a pond.
Central Park Pond. Is that the no? Yeah. So
I thought it was Central Park for a long time.
Mm-hmm. We have a guest here for Lincoln Memorial.
No. I don't want to give any hints either.
Okay, no hints. Yeah, this is for number 10 can. This is these things, they could range anywhere from $25 to $50 depending on what you get, if you're getting the meat or the milk. So
Spring Pond, no one's getting close to it either.
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it on here. We have a Collect Pond. Is that
Collect Pond, Wolf Pond?
Yeah, not yet. So
it's in a specific park. You got to name the park because I'm not sure of the pond. The name of the pond.
We have Spring Street Station.
No.
Boathouse Park.
No.
No. A lot of hits and misses here.
Mm-hmm.
Flushing Bronx Pond.
Nope. That's well, there it is.
Which one?
Jesus, he just named it. Where was it? I don't want to give it away. His name is Pater Matra 78.
Let's see if I can find it. Prospect Park?
Yes.
That is the correct answer. Prospect Park. Congratulations. You win a Thrive Food number 10 can. So make sure you reach out to the Angry Prepper or to myself. Give us the mailing address. We'll get that out to you. You should get it in the next couple weeks or so. So cool. A little giveaway contest in the live stream. That was fun. So going back to some of the political talk, again, we're talking to Angry Prepper. Make sure if you're not already subscribed to Angry Prepper, go over and check out his YouTube channel, also on Instagram. We have links. I have the links in the description box for all the places that you can find Angry Prepper at. Awesome content in the EMT in the New York City area, and does a lot of stuff in an urban environment. So really good stuff there. So I think we have a few more minutes, but I thought we could go back to, post-election type talk. Do you have any kind of predictions on what's going to happen from now until the end of the year?
I think it might go to Supreme Court if the Republicans can find adequate evidence that there's voter fraud, right? So again, a lot of us, not that we know it, we believe it. There's a lot of inconsistencies with some of these tallies or polls that they're coming up with, but if they can find evidence, it'll go to Supreme Court. And if it goes to Supreme Court with some substantial evidence, Biden's going to lose. I'm not even going to say he might lose. He's going to lose.
Yeah, if it gets to that point, I don't think they're going to want to get to that point. My prediction, I was talking to City Prepping, was that last week or the week before on the live stream, and we were kind of doing, it was before the debate, and we're trying to get our predictions out there before the last debate. And so my prediction for the election was that it was going to be initial. I said Trump would win. There would be extra votes, and then it would be a big cluster, and then it would go through the court systems, and it's going to stretch out for a lot of months. And I said that the polls are going to be completely wrong. So far, I think I've been pretty accurate on it. The polls are completely wrong. It was kind of looking like it was a win, and then they closed down stations. Then they found extra votes. And I think that they should count real votes that are legal ones. And then it's going to go in the court system. I imagine that a lot of the local courts it'll probably get dismissed or denied or whatever. It's just going to keep moving its way up, and probably to the Supreme Court. That's kind of my prediction right now. But as that happens, I think we're going to see concern about the civil unrest is my main concern.
I see one of my trolls found his way on your stream.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting for him. I was like, when's he showing up? Whatever. I get a kick out of him. He's my YouTube idiot. So we go at it.
There's one from the news story. How would you handle yourself if you meet a riot or protest? Do you have kind of a plan for that as a prepper?
Well, yes. First of all, know where the protests are going to be. So, if you're in New York City, for example, you can go to Twitter, and Twitter has I think it's like NYC protest or something like that, and they have a schedule of where protesting is going to be. So that's one of the first things you can do. You can also just type in like hashtag protest, and it'll let you hashtag protest NYC, and it'll tell you what's going on throughout the city. So no matter where it is, you'll know. Now, should you get caught in an unsuspecting, uh, I'm going to say rioters are going to leave you alone, right? So for the most part, as long as you don't say anything stupid, or they're yelling "F Trump" and you fire back, well, Trump 2020, you're going to get your ass handed to you. So don't do that. What you do is, if you find yourself in the middle of something, leave, get out of there. Like I said, looters and rioters are 99% of the times not focused on you. They're focused on breaking something or stealing. That's it. So while they're focused on that, you're making your way out, and try to stick to the side street. So if you find yourself to a side street, a smaller street that is, head up that street, because there's less businesses and things for them to break. They'll stay on the main Ave 90% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I hear that something's might happen, I try to stay away from all those places, far, far away. Uh, I think that, yeah, as you mentioned, that would be the first thing to do, and then second is like, uh, you, ju- yeah, I imagine they're not just going after random people. There's some kind of cause it's happening there. So, yeah, I over the summer, a lot of the businesses locally here are boarding up windows because they're worried about vandalism and stuff like that. And so I even set up plywood boards and had them pre-cut for our windows at our home because I was worried about it as well. But
No kidding.
yeah.
Oh, so someone did bring up something. Someone said Citizens app. Citizens app is another app, guys, you should download.
Yeah,
It
so
lets you know.
I'm going to bring it up over here on this window here.
Okay. Citizens app is a great app. I am not a fan of it because it's a snitch app, but it does help out in this kind of situation. So you'll pull up the Citizen app before you go anywhere in, let's say, New York City, and it'll let you know if there's a protest or large crowd gathering on the app.
Oh, look at that.
There it is.
Yeah, it seems like we should all have some apps, kind of like Waze, and Waze. We know when there's traffic or there's something in the road when we're driving. It's right. Similar to that then. Cool, that's good to know. So Citizen app. So it's just, if you go to citizen.com, you can find that app then. So is this just for iOS then?
I don't know. I think so. I've never heard any. You know what? It can't be, because there's so many people with it. I don't know.
Yeah, cool. That's a Jacob. Great tip there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to definitely check that out. I don't have that on my phone, so that's funny. Oops. The snitch app. I think that's kind of fun. Looking through all the comments again, we're talking to the Angry Prepper. We're just kind of doing, this is all free. We have very minimal notes as far as what we're hoping to talk about. We just kind of go with what's going in the comment section or the chat room. There's been some action in there, but again, as far as post-election stuff, we're just all kind of waiting to see right now. Everyone's kind of, I think stuff's been fairly calm, and at least on the West Coast for me, I haven't seen as much stuff going on than what we saw over the summer. And it looks like over in your neck of the woods, it's about the same so far. So
yeah, it's listen, I don't know. I'm looking to see, at least here in New York. I don't know how it is by you guys, but here in New York, for example, they canceled the Thanksgiving parade, right? Mm-hmm. So there are people looking forward to that, especially with what's going on. I don't know how people are going to react if we do another lockdown again during the holiday season. I think that's going to be extremely bad, because people right now can't handle the lockdown we just went through. Nevertheless, something during the holiday season.
Yeah, I think people could live with not having Valentine's Day or not having St. Patrick's Day or even the 4th of July and stuff. But if you take away Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's going to end. Those are big family times. And right now, with the silver lining with the COVID stuff for me is it's allowed me to be a lot closer to the family because I'm working from home, and being there for my kids in the morning and at lunch and at dinner. Has been a positive thing for me, at least personally. But yeah, if you kind of take that away, that's going to be rough. And I do think that a lot of like when you're talking about the rioting and that kind of stuff, that's more of a warm weather type of thing too. I don't think rioters necessarily like rain and snow. So
Listen, you would hope, I mean, like you would hope that it's freezing. Uh, you would hope that's freezing to keep people off the street. But I don't know anymore. I don't, these kids today, they're angry about nothing and they're looking for a reason to be angry. So they might just brave the weather to go out there and, and be jerk offs. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you seeing any shortages over in your neck of the woods? That's from Stephanie Cochran.
Yeah, I mean, not, I wouldn't say, okay. So let me paint a better picture. So you're going to a supermarket, and the supermarkets around here, I remember food being stacked, if you will, to the back of the shelf, right? So now when we go to the supermarket, you look in that same section and you look in the back and it's like halfway stacked, if you will. So there is a bit of a shortage. I think the stores are trying to cover it up on their end, but I don't think it's as bad as I'm hearing elsewhere, where people are saying, um, you know, they're showing pictures or sending me pictures where there's nothing there, or all the meat's gone, the canned goods are gone. Again with the toilet paper. So who knows?
Yeah. On let's see, how do I get this off here? Let me get me back on the screen. There we go. Okay. Yeah, over here, I was before the weekend. I stocked up. I did a video where I kind of topped off on a lot of my preps. We haven't been seeing a lot of shortages over here like we did like in March during the COVID. The height of kind of the COVID panic buying. Uh, I But you never know. I mean, as preppers, I think we should. It's just good to keep the gas tank full, keep the preps full, and all of that kind of stuff. So just as a general practice. So the questions there. I see questions about oil lanterns. Someone's saying you're not using DuckDuckGo anymore. Trevor, I am using DuckDuckGo. I just on that particular window, it was a Google one, because on some of the videos that I sometimes when I do the YouTube videos, it links better for the Google for the Chrome than it does on DuckDuckGo. But my main browser is DuckDuckGo. Sorry, Brave, and my search engine's DuckDuckGo.
Does this allow 4K upload?
Are you sorry, the StreamYard? I think StreamYard's 1080p, so I don't know if it's doing 4K yet. We were talking before the stream was going as far as, hey, what camera are you using? What are you doing 4K and all that stuff? Eventually, I'd like to get a 4K, but I don't know if this one does it yet. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, man, it's hard to keep an eye on all the stuff going in the chat room. So
yeah, it's moving pretty fast.
Yeah. So again, we're talking to the Angry Prepper. We've been talking about all sorts of topics. We've been talking about the EMT work. We've been talking about political stuff. We were talking a little about COVID right now. When you're out and about, do you have like what's the mask situation over there right now as far as the mandates? I don't know what it is from state to state, really.
So here in the city, they're requesting you wear a mask even when you're outside. Again, they're requesting. At least De Blasio said it a couple weeks ago. I don't. I only wear it when I go into a store. So, because obviously the store owners are going to say something. Sometimes I'll walk in and they won't say anything. I'm not a big fan of this mask wearing shit, because the masks that we are wearing are not the masks that we're supposed to be wearing. Not the mask that's supposed to protect you from COVID. Whether you believe in COVID or not, I know so many people are going to start chiming in, is irrelevant. But if you're going to tell people to wear a mask, then tell them to wear the proper mask, not these surgical masks where you only have 30% protection, versus the N95 that has 95% protection.
Yeah, I mean, as prepper channels, us preppers, we were into masks before masks were cool, and right, before they had logos on them. We were looking at N95s and P100s and N99s and gas masks from different. Hey, what gas mask is good? What filter? And yeah, I just wish that people had good masks, because a lot of it feels song and dance when they're wearing cotton underwear basically on their face and to protect against the virus.
About it is, CDC came out with a study saying that people who are wearing a surgical mask are still getting COVID. And I think it was something like 76 or 78% of the people wearing these masks are still getting sick. The link was all over. It's not Instagram. What's that called? Facebook.
Yeah.
You hit the link, it took you to CDC's website. For whatever reason, Facebook didn't like that, and they started blocking those links. But I think if I could find it, I saved the link before they blocked it on their end. And you go to CDC's website, and it tells you, this tells you it was a new case study they did back in July or August, and all of this came out. So we're like, so then why are we still wearing these things if they're not working, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wish that 3M's a U.S. company. I don't understand if they're going to do stimulus packages. Why isn't there a mask stimulus package that, hey, 3M, we need every citizen in the United States to have a couple boxes of 3M flat fold N95 masks that work. And I just wish, yeah, I don't get it. So, and I know that early on we had to take care of the medical professionals and the people that were helping treat the sick people, and we didn't really know a lot back then. But it's been several months now. Where's our masks? Where's our real masks? So.
Yeah, and that, again, that's the problem. Now, somebody said, Southern Boy Prepper said, surgical masks are to prevent you from getting someone else sick. Right. So if we're all wearing masks, why are we still social distancing then? If those masks really work, right?
Yeah.
Again, and then when you cough into the mask, it stops some of the uh, air, if you will, coming out of your lungs and your mouth into the mask. It still blows back out of the two holes. So again, it's not a a good mask to wear, and it's just the fact that we're. And then the worst part about it is, all right, so you're not wearing a surgical mask, but they're telling you, oh, you can wear a bandana around your face. Well, what's it going to be, right? So now I'm not wearing a surgical mask. I'm wearing a bandana because the bandana is a true false sense of security because it doesn't do anything. It's too porous. When you sneeze, it goes right through it. So it's again the information they have on this is just they're uh, shuckling and jiving with this stuff, and they're pretty much wrong about the whole thing.
Yeah, I wish. Again, that goes back to I wish that they were just transparent. Everything was data based. Okay, and like there's in like software engineering, like when we're working, if there's a bug, if there's a big thing that's happening, every single monitor within the company is going to be showing, hey, there's this bug going on, blah blah blah. Here's the data. Here's the metrics that are showing it. I feel like we should really be doing the same thing with COVID and with the mask. And here's the data. Okay, here's what it is at 6 feet. Here's what it is at 4 feet. Here's the percent, and here's all the percentages, and here's our data that we have here. Make it all transparent and everything. I see people talking about the KN95s versus the N95s. I know that N95s are like NIOSH approved. I think if it's NIOSH approved, I'm cool with it. But I wish when we go out, we're treating it like at least in the Washington State area, like no shoe, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Now it's kind of no shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. So when we go into the establishments, we're wearing the mask, and when we're out and about, we don't have them. So we're trying to be respectful in that way. But
Well, here's the kick in the kick in the face. So I went to Apple the other day to get some of the accessories for the laptop, right? So I go inside and I have a bandana on my face. I don't go inside. I'm outside the store. Sorry. So before you go in the store, they do a temperature check, right? And I'm like, all right, that's a bit much. Whatever. I got a mask on. So then they say, oh well, you can't wear that bandana. You got to wear this N95. And I go, okay. So then I put the not N95, sorry, surgical mask. So I wear the
yep,
surgical mask. Then the guy's like, all right, you're gonna need to put what's that?
hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, right? He goes, you're gonna need hand sanitizer. I go, for what? He goes, when he come in the store, I said, listen, give me my stuff so I can get out of here. I'm not touching everything in the store, so don't worry about it. Then the last thing I was like, get away from me. And the guy, he left. So I go in the store. I'm talking to the lady who has all my stuff. She's like, oh, you need anything else? I said, just get me out of this shithole because I was up to here with it. So then I look at something across the room and I'm like, you know what? Let me take a gander. It was a backup drive. So I go to get the backup drive. I not even go to get it. I just go to look at it because the boxes are empty. I'm standing there looking at which one I might want or which one I was pricing out. And with that, I hear somebody yelling my name from across the store. And I look behind me and it's one of the workers. He's like, Jason, you can't leave your representative or worker or something like that. I'm like, I go, why? And he's like, well, because you have to stay with her and she can get you what you want. I go, well, how much sense does that make? I'm standing right here in front of it. I could tell her what I want, and then she can go in the back and get it. She goes, well, we have very strict rules. I said, your rules are stupid, and just let me, see what I want. And then the lady comes over, and I go, good, she's here. Now get away from me. Again, so that store I'll never go back in because it was just they overplayed the whole COVID card in that store. It was just insane.
Yeah, I know that. Uh, well, first off, I was always big into getting the hand sanitizer, and I was stocking up on it, and so I'm really glad that I had all that stuff. Again, I know that the surgical masks for all of these, for me, it feels like we're doing like cover your mouth when you sneeze, and it's like basically doing that. It's for droplets for that made thing. Right. It's not a full. It's I kind of miss I used to get heckled by people all the time for the gas mask reviews that I was doing because I didn't shave beforehand, and they're like, "Well, hey, you don't have a proper seal." Now we don't seem to even talk about seals or donning and doffing and all that kind of stuff. Like it's like no one talks about it. That's like, and last year they would have talked about it.
That was my whole point. So, like you said earlier about NIOSH being approved. There's extensive testing that goes along with wearing a mask and keeping a seal so that you don't get contaminated. So some people here said surgical masks to keep it in. Yes, but still you can get sick. Now, you want all these years with these tests and you need a proper seal, and now that's out. You see guys with beards out there here with a surgical mask sitting on their face. So when they cough, it still goes out underneath their chin. So again, it's just a stupid game that everyone's playing, and I'm like up to here with it. I get it when you're in the store or you're first responder, you're going into someone's home. I get that, but having everybody wear it outside now, like in Vermont, they wanted you to wear it at least when I was in Stowe, they wanted us to wear it when we were walking around. Okay, so guess what I wasn't doing? Wasn't wearing it because it was like no one around us, so mm-hmm. Everyone is overkilling this to the point where it makes a lot of us look stupid, and that's the problem, right? There's years of research with all of these things. Now all of a sudden all of that goes out the window because we don't have N95 masks, proper seals, and and all we have is surgical masks and bandanas. That's where we're at.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, like the whole 15 days to flatten the curve. Okay, everyone needs to shave. We're going to give you everyone N95s. After you use it one day, throw it away afterwards, and let's see what we do.
Let's see if that works.
But yeah, I mean, I again, as a prepper, I have all sorts of masks. I have full military style gas masks. I have half face respirators. I have N95s. I even have a couple KN95s. I have cloth ones. I have, and so I like testing all of them out. But I just wish that, again, there are a lot more things were transparent and we were being real with ourselves as far as
that would be
capabilities. Nice. But yeah. Well, cool. So again, we've been talking with the Angry Prepper. If you're not already following the Angry Prepper, you should. I see that Bernie's over here still I see behind the scenes, keeping an eye on the chat room. The chat room's been fairly active. I think there's some Angry Prepper fans here. I see some people are asking, why is the Angry Prepper angry? I saw a comment on that. I don't know if you have an explanation on that, if we've already talked about that before.
Yes. So I guess for a lot of you who haven't been on my channel, the Angry Prepper is just, so when I was looking for a name for my YouTube channel, joking around, and and then of course I run it by the wife, I was going, what about the Black Prepper, right? The Black Prepper's 2 on the nose. And then I go chocolate prepper. I go, nope, sounds too sexual, like sexual chocolate from America. I was like, nah, that's not good. So I went with angry because one of the guys in the firehouse, he just called me. He was going on angry. And I was like, you know what? An angry prepper sort of rolls off the tongue. So it was just, a name to pick. That's it.
Yeah,
yes, I do get, angry at times in some of my videos, but that's sort of doesn't coincide,
Yeah, when I started my channel, like back in 2011, I just picked a name that was available. I wasn't thinking long term about branding or all that kind of stuff.
And you stuck with it. You're like, damn, I should have picked such and such.
Yeah. Special thanks to Zora on the super chat. We really need a channel on the Discord. tells us about streams. Yeah. So drone funds it is today. So thank you, Zora, for the super chat. Again, we had a call out in the beginning that the super chats are going to Mama Bear Preparedness's grandson is going through cancer, has a GoFundMe. So we're putting all that to that. So this one won't be going to Bernie's drone fund. But super thank you so much on the super chat over there, which is super helpful. So all of that will be going towards that. So we'll hopefully help raise some more funds for that. But yeah, if you guys I have a Discord service. I did a video because I started a Patreon account, and as part of that, I had kind of the Discord server where it's kind of almost like a forum or chat room, and you have apps and stuff. I made that just open to everyone. So if you want to be on the Discord server, the link's in the description box of all my videos now, and it's a fun way of kind of communicating with you outside of just doing these videos and the streams and the Facebook and stuff. I think it's good for all of us to have multiple outlets. So I think we should probably start maybe just wrapping it up. I'm trying to look at some of the chats over here. Keep an eye on that. But let's see. Angry Pepper they're going by really quick. Let me look really quick over here. I thought we could bring on I know Bernie, you're in the car over here keeping an eye on the chat room. Let's see. Say hi to Bernie.
Say hi to Bernie.
Hey. Man, do you know how hard it is to monitor on a phone? Holy cow.
And the Angry Pepper live stream is more active in the chat room.
Yes, holy cow. Fortunately I just hopped on and I saw one of the pop-ups. I'm like, how do I get there? I gotta delete that one. How do I? So fortunately either you or Doc got to it, but holy cow. Yeah, I mean it is active. It's been good. Hey, one thing I want to mention, again, thank you for thinking of me, whoever did that last super chat for the drone. But even with all of the drone money that we've acquired over the last several streams, let's just donate all of that to Ma Bear.
Okay. You heard
let's do that. That's way more important than a drone for me, for sure. Let's take care of her. So I want to get that out of the way.
Start from scratch on the drone fund. We're going to have to go to all of our bonuses.
Yep.
So super chats will come in for the stream.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that taken care of. So
cool.
Angry Pepper, dude, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, sorry about earlier. I had to go down into my bunker, and that's when I lost all my connection. So sorry about that.
Not a problem.
So
I think we're going to wrap this up. I'll get a weird echo over here. Thanks for Bernie for helping out. Everything.
Yeah, thank you.
And,
let's see. What's
this comment here?
What channel do Peppers need that isn't on YouTube yet? That's a good question.
Ooh.
Angry Pepper,
do you have?
I would say. I don't know.
Actually, I really don't.
Because everybody
covers it. Everyone has a.
Yeah, there's
what channel do Peppers need?
Homesteading, there's city,
there's suburban, right? Alaska. So, I think it's all covered.
But I mean, the question is, what channels do preppers need, but isn't on YouTube yet? So, I mean, yeah, like you said, most of the things are covered, and nowadays I feel like all topics are just kind of how our preps go, right? They're ever evolving, So that's a tough one. I mean, because it's ever changing.
I would definitely like to see. I'm going to take this off for a second. I'd like to see more channels that are kind of linking us together as far as not just ham radio, but comms that so I could be checking in with Faith through a Discord server or through alternative media, just kind of having someone that's really quarterbacking that high level, like almost like a project manager. I think it'd be pretty cool. Help get like-minded people in sync with each other. It would be kind of cool. Maybe we're doing that now.
I don't know.
The echo
was coming from
Bernie.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So I'm gonna drop Bernie off for a little bit before we bring it back up. Okay. Is the echo gone now?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right. Sorry, folks. Sorry for that. We had a little bit of echo, a little distortion there.
he was trying to listen to us at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was feeding back into your mic back on here. So it was like a little echoey.
It's okay. Yeah. So this drunk prepper channel. That's a good idea, Paul. We definitely need that. We have one.
Someone said a good one. Bunker channel.
A bunker channel. Yeah. Well, there's Atlas Survival Shelters. He has some good stuff products and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I see a lot of folks on the Echo stuff. Cool. All right. Well, I think we covered a lot of different things. We talked about the election. We have more super chats coming in. Thank you, Southern Boy Prepper, for Mama Bear. Again, all these are going. I'll let everyone know how much that we were able to raise for Mama Bear Preparedness for this. Special thanks to North Shore Preparedness. Know what I know channel. What the cause is. Here's a little bit more for the cause. Yeah. So again, we're Mama Bear Preparedness. Her grandkid is 9.5 months old, is super sad, going through battling cancer right now, in the hospital right now there. And the Mama Bear Preparedness's daughter, it's a single income, and so she's at the bedside at the hospital right now. So we're just trying to get some money for her. So if you want to help out, that is appreciated, and I know that they'll be thankful for that. Oh, even Angry Prepper got in on the action there too. So thank you.
Not a problem. I've actually never heard of this lady, but being that a lot of your subscribers know who she is.
Yeah, that's I first learned about Mama Bear Prepare. I tried. We were talking earlier about kind of like wanting to support the smaller channels, and I think we both tried to do that. And I remember when Mama Bear was trying to get to 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers, and just it's good family-friendly content. A lot of stuff with regard to baking and gardening, and some of the other aspects of prepping, is almost like on homesteading type topics. And I've had her on the channel and even on the live stream a few times, and she's really a great person, great prepper, like-minded, like with you. So I think we could do maybe one final question over here while we're talking. So this is the Dark Angel. What do you guys think? If one person becomes president, then they have to recount, and a different guy comes as president. Waits, your thoughts?
Well, listen. I definitely believe that they're going to announce Biden as president. That's without a doubt. If, again, like I said earlier, if they can prove voter fraud, if they can prove that these 100,000 ballots from here and there came in and were planted later, if they can prove that, then Trump will be president, and then the United States will burn, if you will, because these people were it. I knew that Trump wasn't going to win, because come hell or high water, the Democrats wanted him out of there. It really doesn't matter, guys, what his track record was, how good he was for the United States. They don't care. They didn't want him. And they were going to do everything in their power to get him out this time. And somebody said 4 years ago, I guess, that they were going to cheat in the next election to get him out. Or maybe it was 3 years and a little bit. They said this, and I can't remember who it was, and it just came to me. I remember them saying they're going to get this. They want this man out so bad, they're probably going to cheat the next election. And they're doing it, but now it has to be proven.
Yeah, I anticipate that. Just like what the last live stream that I did with City Prepping, I think it's going to be a big legal court battle, and it's not going to be good for the country. It's not going to be good for cities, urban environments. So, like where you're at, where I'm at, in these other cities where a lot of the protests and where it gets to violence, it's not going to be good, which is kind of really sucks for the country and for people, and for this should just be like every 4 years, just a natural thing, pass the baton, and it should be like an MMA fight where you duke it out, and then someone wins, someone gets knocked out, or someone taps out, and then you congratulate the next person and go and move on to the next plan and the next fight. I just wish it was like that. So it really sucks that we haven't even think about legal stuff and having the wanting to burn down our cities and stuff. It does destroying property. I just don't like any of that, but kind of is what the climate is nowadays, which is unfortunate. But yeah, again, special thanks to the Angry Prepper. It was really appreciate you coming on the live stream and taking time. I know there were 3 hours away, so it's starting to get pretty late over there for you. But if you're not already following the Angry Prepper, make sure you follow the YouTube channel, on Instagram, on Facebook. There's a lot of different things on Patreon. You could send them stuff to the Cash App. You have the affiliate accounts. You're all over the place and constantly putting out awesome like content in urban environments that are related to urban prepping, I like that kind of stuff. But you're doing stuff that even goes beyond. I try to stay away from all that kind of stuff in the city when stuff's going on. You're right there in the action, showing live stream, showing real action. So it's just super beneficial to have someone like you in the preparedness community and showing stuff from a ground level. I really appreciate it, and the way that you present all the material, and as an EMT that you're helping people too. So you're like a rock star, I think, in the preparedness community. So thank you so much for being on the live stream.
Well, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, and hopefully we'll be able to talk again soon, whether on your channel or again on this channel. That'd be a blast to do. So,
well, definitely. I would like to have you on my channel next. So that would be cool. It would be fun, and I'd like to see how bad the chat room gets, actually, because the chat room was actually entertaining today.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, people are going after it. Yeah,
they really were.
So I want to give a couple shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you. North Shore Preparedness, guys. That's a good small prepping channel. The guy is really good. He's an older gentleman, but I like his channel. For those of you who might not know, Prepper Nation is another one. He's very, very good and prepping outside the box. He's a small channel as well, but again, he uses his military career of being overseas, and he links it to prepping, which is really, really good. And then I have to say what's up to my moderator, Marberry, on here, who was actually letting people have it. Being that she's moderator on my channel, she was letting a lot of the trolls on here have it. So that's pretty good, man. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys having me on here. Oh, also, Prepper Now, guys. For those of you who might not know, Prepper Now, he's a moderator. He wasn't on here tonight. He was getting ready for his live stream that I think he has going on now. Again, he's another good prepper. He talks about the more intellectual side of prepping and repeating history and the things he's seeing that's coming down the pipe, because history seems to be repeating itself. All right, guys. Yeah. So again, thank you.
Awesome. Shout out to all the people that help support the Angry Prepper, and shout out to Bernie, who helps support on the live stream over here. There's a lot that has to go on behind the scenes to make all these things happen. And it's good to also that there's certain channels that have a certain number of subscribers, and it's good to build up all the other channels, because you never know which one of these channels with maybe 50 subscribers is going to become the next Angry Prepper, the next Urban Prepper, the next Canadian Prepper, the next Mom of Preparedness, whoever. So I think it's good for all of us we're all like-minded. We should all be building up our channels with each other. And right now, 2020 has shown it's the year of the prepper. We're kind of leading the effort in worldwide as far as the idea of emergency preparedness, and being prepared for these kind of things, thinking practical, having plans and action for emergency situations, because you never know when something's going to go bad. And the same, whether it be an election or be a virus or an earthquake or fires or you name it, we need more preppers out there in the world. So I think we're both trying to do our part, and hopefully we'll get more people out there to do it. So again, thanks to all the people that you mentioned there, the channels and the moderators. They make all this stuff happen, and sometimes they're not the people that you see there out there as far as the faces, but they're the people that help make the ground level that making it work. So cool, everyone. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up this. Oh wow, someone did a really nice super chat over there. I got it. This is from Annie. Special thanks again. Thanks for everyone that contributed on the super chat. I'm going to be getting all these compiling, and we'll be giving a nice donation over to Mom for Preparedness for her grandchild. Again, everyone keep prepping. We need more preppers out there. Stay level-headed, stay calm. It's nothing. No matter what happens, it's not the end of the world. And let's try to treat everyone like human beings, and go from there. All right, Angry Prepper, thanks a bunch, and stay tuned for more videos. All right, see you guys. Let me do my little outro.